Building Brazil's digital currency on Stellar, a practical journey. When the Central Bank of Brazil announced DREX, the real digital, most developers waited for official SDKs. I didn't. As, with 2 decades navigating blockchain infrastructure, I decided to prototype a functional DREX token on Stellar's testnet using Soroban and Rust, not because it was required, but because understanding tokenized central bank money from the ground up is how you prepare for the real thing. What follows is the technical reality of that build, the decisions, the code patterns, and the lessons that only emerge when you stop reading white papers and start deploying contracts. Why Stellar and Soroban? For a DREX prototype? DREX's official pilot runs on Hyperledger Besu, but I chose Stellar deliberately. Stellar settles transactions in 3 to 5 seconds at fractions of a cent, critical for a retail CBDC processing millions of daily microtransactions. Soroban, Stellar's smart contract platform, uses Rust compiled to WebAssembly, giving me memory safety and deterministic execution that a monetary asset demands. My prototype modeled 3 core DREX requirements: controlled issuance, only the central bank mints, programmable compliance, freeze/unfreeze accounts, and full auditability. Here's the contract skeleton I started with. The pattern was decisive. It enforces cryptographic authorization at the protocol level, meaning no unauthorized entity can mint real digital even if application logic fails. Implementing compliance and programmability. A CBDC without regulatory controls is a fantasy. DREX must support account freezing, judicial orders, transaction limits, and KYC gating. I implemented a compliance layer using storage-backed authorization checks. Here's a nuance most tutorials skip: Soroban storage tiers matter enormously for cost. I use storage for frozen account flags, they must survive, and storage for admin config. Getting this wrong inflates rent fees. My early tests burned unnecessary XLM until I profiled storage lifetimes. In production terms, this is the difference between a CBDC that costs pennies per user versus one that bleeds operational budget. Deploying and testing on testnet deployment revealed the practical friction points. Using the Stellar CLI, I then simulated a retail scenario, minting 1 million DREX units, distributing to 50 test wallets, and executing 200 transfers. Average confirmation held at 4.1 seconds with total network fees under 2 cents equivalent. When I triggered a freeze on a wallet mid-transaction, the contract correctly rejected the transfer, exactly the behavior a regulator would demand.